and today I am going to be making some doom metal, or trying to at least. Um, and my headphones are really quiet, and my sound's all messed up, so hopefully this sounds okay on the other end. Um, it's sounding a little bit better to me now, and yeah, that seems to be working. Oh my god, I'm so quiet. You're right. This is what I get for not setting it up properly. I totally failed to do it right. Okay, here we go. Check, check, check. Okay, this is practically where it normally is. Okay, my headphones are really loud now. I turned up my headphones instead of my microphone. Thank you for saying I am really quiet, Colin. I appreciate that. Um, all right. Hey, Martin. Good to see you. It's funny seeing you on the internet. I usually run into you on the street near like a taco shop or something while you're walking your dog. Good to see you on the internet. Hey, Blood Freak, what's up? And I think Lamentix Villains isn't here anymore. He came in to tell me to make a 3/4 Doom song and took off, but hopefully he'll be back. He's always got good ideas. Anyway, I was just messing around on that stream starting scene, and I need to record that before I forget, because I actually came up with a couple of little riff ideas that I thought were pretty cool. So let me do that. I'm going to jump over to, I think, this view, just so you can see what my setup looks like. I've got I just have made a little template for the song, 2 guitars, bass, and the keyboards, and a drum track. I'm using Contact for drums right now. Anyway, that kind of is a 3/4 kind of a groove, so I'm going to set this in 3/4. Hopefully, I'm using the wrong button. I was tap tempoing on the key next to my tap tempo key. I'm off today. Long day. And Colin, I have no idea what makes doom metal doom metal. Martin, do you know what makes doom metal doom metal? I feel like you might have a better definition than I do if you're willing to type it in the chat. It's like usually slow, evil sounding heavy metal. I think the big thing is that it's slow. But let's see what happens. That's pretty loud for me. I'm going to turn down all of these tracks, actually. 1, 2, 3. Nope. Still not quite working for me. My monitoring is all wrong. A little bit more. All the way across. Got to get this set up. Also, this jacket's not doing it for me on my right hand. The flatted fifth. Yeah, Martin, that's actually a good description. It's always got that, like, that kind of a thing. I think it's pretty wonderful. Okay. Rolling up my little sleeve on one side so that I don't scrape it. And 40 to 60 BPM. I don't know about that. That's pretty slow. I am... Well, actually, I guess I'm feeling... This isn't really 3/4. It's kind of like... groups of 3 for beats, like a 6/8, and I think that ends up being 70-ish, or we could divide that by 3 even if we wanted to. So this is actually really slow. Anyway, let's try recording again here. I don't want pre-roll on right now, so I'm going to turn it off. Didn't like that riff. All the good riffs were in the beginning. Let me get this going. Something like that is kind of where I'm aiming with this, I think. And it might work like that. I think I'm going to do a couple more takes of this. I don't want to dwell on it too long because I want to treat this as like a getting started on writing a song type of a night. And I will get a riff going and get some drums that go with it, and then I'm going to make some other instruments, make a kind of an arrangement. But I do have a few of these riff ideas that I want, and I think I'm going to watch the recap of this stream later and see all the stuff I played in the beginning and replace it all with the stuff that I played at the beginning. What do you got here, Colin? I hear that if you're at a 6/8 song, teacher takes a point off for not simplifying. Oh my god. And Martin, if you don't like a riff, make it slower. Always seems to work. Hey, what's up, Camilo? Good to see you in here. Yeah, that's like the classic thing. After making that, I don't know if any of you watched that video I did with the remix of the Glasses song. Glasses made a song out of the Zelda puzzle jingle. And I was thinking it would be like, just turn it into a Doom song. It's like... something like that. So I don't remember what it is. I don't actually remember what the notes are. Anyway, let's get this riff going. Let's get the riff going. I haven't played guitar in a while. I just pushed a button by accident. I should reset that keyboard shortcut for rendering that. I click it by accident all the time. Anyway, that's going to be good enough to get the feel for the song. Cables, headphones, not playing together. Fun. So, let's see what we got here as far as a drum part goes, and see if we can come up with something that'll work. That's probably going to be good enough as a loop. And let's see. Weird sounding mellotron. Let's I'm going to see if I can throw some mellotron over the top of this too. I guess that's a good thing to think about here. That mellotron's going to work really good in this song. Colin, you think I'm going to make a ska song? I don't know. I have some friends that like ska a lot. I've been exposed to some ska that I thought was pretty good, but I just don't get happy enough to write ska. We don't want key snap on, that's the problem. Can you tell I use this drum plugin a lot? Let's use that one. Give me some ride cymbal. Yeah, and this song also, I saw a comment in the chat that it sounds familiar. I think that's part of writing genre music. It's just like, it's all, if you're doing genre music well, it's going to sound familiar, and that's why I try to not write genre music most of the time. But I also think that writing genre music is a great way to warm up. It's really fun to do, and if you like the genre, it's like rewarding. Like, I really enjoy dungeon synth and some doom metal, for example. So every once in a while, I'll sit down to like write a song that feels like it's genre music and enjoy the hell out of it. This is like, I'll put the snare half. Make that loud. I guess I probably want velocity. Let's get the velocity going here. Programming drums is so fun. Martin, now that I see that you don't want ska, I have to do it. I guess that's all I can do. Hey, Diego. Oh, damn. I've been trying to find a second time that works. I've been doing streams on Saturdays at 1. It's like 2 weeks in now. I haven't gotten a lot of people coming in there, so I might try Sunday instead. But at the same time, it's also like a new time, so I might stick with the Saturdays for a bit and see if they pan out. But yeah, trying to find another time that works at like a not about to go to sleep time. And frozen pizza and walk the dog. Oh my God. You should walk by, you know where I live, walk by the house and yell. See if it gets on the stream, Martin. And Colin says, do you have a custom piano roll? No. I do not have a custom piano roll. This is just the Reaper piano roll. There's a bunch of settings on it. You can like change the way it looks. And change what you're looking at in here. There's just tons of stuff you can look at. So maybe I'm not set the same way that that looks familiar to you. I also have these settings on over here, so I can see a bunch of MIDI items at once. This is all like not, it's not default, but it's not custom. Yeah, hit me up on Discord, Colin, and I'll show you how to set this up if you want it to look like mine. I changed this recently because I like this more than the default. And what do we got here? And Camilo, yeah, that's it. It sounds familiar. It's like a doom metal version of Mandatory Suicide. You're totally right. This sounds just like a Slayer riff. Whatever, we're running with it. And that's going to be our drum beat to start out with. I'll come up with a better one later. And let's just loop that for now and see how it feels, and maybe come up with a bass part. I just want to get this sort of riffing going first. Oh, shoot. I didn't do my cable management before the stream, and everything's in the wrong spot. Excuse me. I wonder if I've got an angle here where you can see my playing. Just kidding, I play with a pick. Yeah, you can kind of see that. We're going to run with it. Okay, got an idea. I like to have the bass do something slightly different from the guitar. And I'm essentially trying to follow that drum groove. something like that. So the thinking behind that is that this is going to match more with what I want the drums playing. And bass should be fighting not with the guitar, but with the drums for space. Rhythm section. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh. What did I do there? Bum, 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 bum. I'll follow that. That'll work. And that needs to line up there. I'm actually using the transients in the waveform here. I can see where those 3 bum, bum, bum thing happened on the bass. And I'm using that to guide myself. And for now, when I'm writing this type of stuff, I try to make loops out of it, sort of. And I do that so that it's easier to make an arrangement as I go. And essentially, you're not watching me make the loops. Let me go back and do that again. Cool. Reaper mixer. Okay, cool. So what you missed was that I slice in here, and I'm just slicing in the spots where my drums are looping, and I'm going to create a loop out of this to make the arrangement a little bit easier. And whenever I do stuff like this, I write it before I record it. So this is like I'm recording as a way of writing, essentially. And if I decide that I like this song and I want to put it on an album, I go back and learn it and I re-record the whole thing. So that's essentially what's going on here. Let's just take a quick listen to this and see what it feels like so far. I might do some pre-mixing too, just to get all the levels right. And I'm going to catch up on the chat. Oh yeah, Martin, genre music is such a good starting point too. I usually will take a riff from something like this and turn that piece of this into a song. So this is essentially, what I do on the streams is essentially my writing process. I'll just go for it and then hope that like 10% of what I make is good. And then you'll probably hear like next year, I'll probably put an album out where you'll like recognize one of these riffs. And that's essentially how I write music, is I just make endless demos. I'm gonna just unplug stuff. This is bass. Oh my god, my cables are a mess right now. So, little tail here. I wonder if we can even see it. We probably can't in any of these camera angles, but I have a new light. You can sort of see it. I got one of those ring lights. The thing that most people don't know is that you don't look at the ring light. If you look at the ring light, you get the alien eyes, where you get the like ring on your reflecting on your people. So you're supposed to put the lights at an angle so that your face is lit correctly. And if you have glasses on, it's just like, forget it. You just look like this the whole time if you don't do it that way. But I got this light, I don't know how recently, somewhat recently, and haven't played bass guitar since I got the light. And the cables for the light are just wound up with the cords for the bass guitar. And it's sitting right where my stand is for it, so I can't even touch it. It's terrible. And let's see. Colin wants to add custom actions. The big thing with custom actions, watch out for them. Like, don't add them because you should. Add them because you need them. So I have a custom action for like things that I like using. Like this custom action here is like, why would anyone have that? I don't know. I like that being a button. Some people would like that being a button on their keyboard. This one is like new track with contact on it, set to MIDI input and record armed. Really good if I'm trying to, demo something out and need a piano real fast. This one deletes all regions. So I do a lot of like, whoops, what is it? That thing? I'll use regions for sound design, where I have all these different regions up here, and I'll do a bunch of stuff with them, and then I just want to get rid of them all. I use markers for stuff, and I made a custom action to delete all markers. And that stuff is just useful for me. Most of my custom actions do stuff that I don't ever see other people do. So the whole point of them is to figure out the things that fit into your quirks and play into those, turn your quirks into strengths, basically. And Camilo, stream, change camera angles, talk, read comments, come up with ideas. I haven't come up with any ideas since I started responding to the chat, so I'm doing those things, but not necessarily at the same time. I'm just bouncing back and forth. I'll do my best, though, and I'll take that as a compliment. I don't know how you do it is usually a compliment, and I don't know. We're going to switch to Mellotron. Missed that last part, but I'm loving the Mellotron. It's working out. That was a mistake. But it was a mistake that might work. What did I play? Hey, Gnarl E Coyote. I like that. I like that name. I'm gonna give this another shot. Oh, I'm mixing up the two sections of the riff. Okay, that'll work for now. Like I said, I'm just writing at this point, and I would learn this later to record it, like a final version of it. So for now, it's going to function as a loop. However, I might use a different piece of it because I played the end of this as though I was performing it, looping it. So this might, that loop will be better than the other one. And at this point, I have this idea that doom metal would sound really, really good with something like this supporting the guitar riffs. I've done it before. I've got an album that has that coming out, and I just want to, it's a brand, right? We've got to validate my choices on stream before I release the album so people hear it and it sounds normal. That's not what I'm thinking. And Colin, did I see correctly that you are looking at doing interviews on the channel in the future? Yeah, I am. However, I'm not trying to turn into like Rick Beato or anything like that. I don't want to make it like a boomer metal channel. But I do like the idea of getting in touch with people that have processes that are either very similar to mine or very different from mine, and essentially letting people that follow the channel like learn from those people's workflows. I do have a few friends that do really like bizarre things that I think are exciting, and I also have some friends that use Reaper in clever ways, and I think that it would be helpful to have people that follow my channel and see me working in this program see other people work very differently, essentially. So anyway, I am thinking of doing that. I haven't decided how it will manifest itself, and who knows, I might even do like marketing people, just like, hey, how do you, when you release an album, what do people hire you for, and why does that make more people aware of your music? Okay. Anyway, another thing I didn't do is tune my mini moog, so it might not be in tune. Hey, it's pretty good. Okay, let's do this. I'm just going to try copying the riff more or less. I think it's going to work. Played a wrong note. That'll work. And now we have a complete like iteration of the type of the arrangement that I'm looking at. And the next step I take here, ooh, no, I wanted two guitars. Flying V or the Strat? Let me know in the chat. Now we're rapping, that rhymed. So F for Flying V, S for Strat. Single coil or humbucker, right? And if no one responds, I'm just going to start mixing it. There's a delay between my voice and what you hear in the chat. Okay, that's like a lot of excitement about the V. Even one person being excited about it means we're going to do it. And I guess I should probably plug it in. I need like a guitar cam also. I don't have a camera angle that's like where you can see me playing. I guess I could like go to this one and stand up. I'm not gonna do that. It's too much work. I don't have a strap for the guitar in front of me. What should I do? This one's probably fine, right? I need a quick tune. Let's just get this going. Oh, it's not working because it's not armed. Cool. Yeah, this is a V with a Bigsby. And it's got a P90 in the neck position as well. And these are just like spacey knobs. Very custom-y. It's a 2001, 2003 Gibson Flying V. And at some point when I was like 23 or something, I was like, Gibson is an evil company, and I will not sell this guitar because I already purchased it, but I will not advertise for them by having their logo visible. So I painted over all the logos. And then I bought a Bigsby tailpiece, and more recently I put a P90 in the neck position, which sounds like this. humbucker. Interesting. Kind of fat sounding. I like both together. A little bit less of the P90 and tone control down. And that probably sounds weird because I've got the mic on. Here's what it sounds like just direct. That P90 is pretty sweet sounding. I like it a lot. So I like the gallop picking too, Colin, but doesn't fit into this song right now. Maybe we can add a galloping part after this section. But for now, I'm going to just try copying the riff and just have like a left guitar, right guitar thing. Okay. Sort of works. It's going to give us an idea of whether or not the arrangement works, which is sort of the whole point of recording that. Because now what I can do is essentially loop this whole region and just do a mix. I'm just going to do like a little micro mix of this section of the song. And that might actually also involve cleaning up the drum parts a little bit just to make them more exciting. But the idea here is let's just see if this is going to be a piece of a song that sounds good. So I'm going to pull the guitars off to the sides. I'm going to put like a stereo delay on the Mellotron. Some filtering, just generic EQ type stuff on the guitars. A little bit less low end. I want more of the overdrive guitar than the clean one. The bass guitar, that is. This probably needs a little bit less low end. And the drums need the most work. This is really lazy. It's kind of catchy, right? Kind of neat. I don't like how wide this is right now, but it's kind of cool. I think the drum part is the culprit here, though. The thing that's making it sound the most boring. So we'll probably have to fix that. And anyway, let's see what's going on in the chat. Inumbrate, thank you. I think that does sound like a pretty good doom tone. Normally, I'd use a Strat. Let me just switch over here where you can see me. I just realized I was mixing while you were looking at the top of my setup. I wasn't even mixing on my faders. I was mixing in the DAW. So my bad. I threw on just an EQ on each of the guitars, and I pulled some low end out of the Moog too. It's kind of bassy. This one got a stereo like tape delay, so that sounds like this by itself. I'll probably put reverb on that too. Let's actually put a reverb channel in here. I like the stereo plates. And this, I'm just gonna pull bass out. Something like that. We're gonna send Mellotron there, guitar 1 and guitar 2. Oops. And we're gonna pull this fader up and see what sounds good. I don't want any of that low end in the reverb, so I'm just gonna pull that out. Nice. Okay. What do we got here? Camilo, am I using VST amp sims? No, I'm not. I'll show you what I'm using in a second. Yeah, that's sick. Gnarly Coyote, the Bigsby, sing on the V with the P9s. Isn't it like the... It's definitely not better. It's just like objectively cooler. I think that I probably like made the V like a lower quality instrument by doing that, but like it's a real head turner. It's a beautiful instrument. I love looking at it. And Camilo preamp, Jamie, what's up? Welcome to the stream. So the guitar tone is it's the guitar plugged into. Let me see if I can find a way to make this work. Actually, can you see it here? Not really. No. I can't reach. It's just off camera. I will... You know what we can do? It's that. Those are the settings. It's a Strymon Iridium, like a guitar DI. So it's got a IR, like an amp sim, a cab IR sim, a rim reverb, which is almost off. It's on a little bit. And it basically is a simulation of like a microphone and a guitar amp and a guitar speaker cabinet. It's one of the best purchases I've ever made because all that stuff is actually kind of resource intensive. It's a kind of a pain to record guitars with plugins, in my opinion. And I always used to just blast my ears out using really loud amps. And now I just do that when I'm recording like final albums. For the demos, it's like it just sounds amazing. Right in. There's no latency because it's all the processing is happening outside of my computer. It's just pure magic. I was really hesitant to buy it, and the second I plugged it in, I was like, this was a really good choice. But yeah, it's the Strymon Iridium. They're pricey. They're really expensive for what they are. But they're a lot less expensive than the things that the like pro level ones that everyone uses in like the high level metal bands. I forgot what they're called. The Kempers. The Kemper rack mounts. Those are like $2,000. The Strymons are like $350, $400, something like that. Expensive for a DI, but like, oh my God. Not having like to worry about guitar plugins. Or like blowing my ears out with loud amplifiers. It's just like such a life-changing experience for like the writing process. Oh yeah, Martin, welcome. It is fleshed out. This is what it sounds like. I'm gonna play it again. And it's got some like basic mixing choices done. I think that I want to fix the drum part. I want the kicks to be a bit louder overall. And I'm actually gonna, you know what? I'm gonna pull all this stuff together. And God damn it, I messed that up. So what I did there is I edited one of them without editing the other ones and pulled them together. And what I want to do here is, where is it? Oh, here we go. I'm going to humanize these in both timing and velocity by quite a bit. And that's going to make it sound a little more human. And those kicks are all too loud now. Nice. And one of the things we can do with like Doom or Stoner Rock is really like see how long a riff can live. I just realized my camera moved in the way of something. That still look like the same angle. That's close enough, right? More or less where it was. And now it's not in the way. Wonderful. So one of the things we can do is just see like how long can a riff live. I think that's really important. Like some riffs are like a transition, and some riffs are like 4 minutes of the song. Some riffs are like 20 minutes of the song, you know, if you're really getting excited about them. And what I want to do here is I'm going to grab all this and double it. And I'm going to see what happens if we sort of start out with like less stuff. Is that cool? I don't like the LCR panning here. And the Mellotron's a bit loud. Some kind of a drum fill would be cool there. I feel like we could do this without guitar and it would be really cool. Yeah. Okay, that's working pretty well. Yeah, so I'm just essentially trying out arrangement choices like that to see what kind of approach I want to take to the structure of the song. And I really like this song without the guitar. Like, that's good. And it's very like 70s prog, but I think that there's a lot of space for 70s prog elements in doom metal. Let's hear what it sounds like without the keyboards, too. I think that's going to be a good, like... That's pretty cool, nice and raw. I like it more for now. And what I want to do next is I'm going to audition some different drum grooves. So I just painted this in, thinking that it would be good. And I don't like it. So I'm going to just try some of the pre-made grooves here and see if any of them sort of fit. Let's see. 5/4 grooves, 7/4 grooves. I don't think there's going to be any 3/4 grooves, but let's just pull one of these in. And I'm going to just save this stuff over here. And we're going to audition these. Yeah, Martin, the Abbey Road drummer, I love the Abbey Road drummer libraries from Native Instruments. I spent a long time deciding which drum libraries to get, and again, all the nice ones are really expensive, but these end up sounding good, and they sound believable when you spend some time programming them. And what some time I mean with this kind of shit is like fucking like hours and hours. So, you know, you get it sort of to where it sounds right, and then you just really like spend years, just like horrible amounts of time. So anyway, let's just see if any of these work. No, none of these are good. Let's just take one of these ska beats. That's not good. Progressive rock. 5 against 3. Polyrhythms. No, we're not doing that. I'm just going to make something out of one of these. I'm going to pick one at random and make it work. Let's just do this one. And that's the wrong one. Let's just force it to work. So it is. Let's just do that. See what happens. I'm just chopping beats off. I'm not familiar with the God City drum library, Martin. Who makes that one? I don't like that at all. Let's try something else. Same deal here. I'm just trying to like stretch these to fit. Let's just pull some stuff off of them. Again, absolutely hilarious. Whoops. And I'm just trying to fit it into this rhythm. And I just realized that I should probably just treat every 3 beats here as 1 beat, and just make it really slow. Let's just do that. I'll take like a hard rock one. And here's what we'll do is grab this hard rock one. It's 8 bars long, or 8 beats long in 4/4. And I want each of these to be 1 beat. So stretch. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's try that. Yeah, that's exactly what I need. Yeah, okay, this is way, way, way closer to what I'm aiming for. And it's also telling me that this should last longer. That beat makes the riff feel like it doesn't get stale as fast. So this is going to get looped. And we're going to see how this feels. And it's going to feel great. Except for this mellotron being in the wrong spot. Whoops. Yeah. That's the one. Tight. Okay. Let's hear this from the beginning. Let's leave the mellotron out at the beginning. Why is that there? Let's just go for it and make it just a guitar on one side. Yeah, Martin, the feeling when canned rock MIDI drums don't make anything in 3/4. It's so true. It doesn't exist. Well, that was abrupt. Let's put a fill in there. I bet there's like a cool drum fill. Yeah, let's just put this drum fill in. See what happens. And oh, that's evil. Oh, that flam does not work when it's slowed down at all. Let's just get rid of that. What is that? Let's just line these up. Something like this will be fine. So now we got an actual drum entrance. On a starless night in the eternal sea. This would be a... What if this song had like a narration over it instead of singing? A couple months ago, all I did was make my own drum grooves in notation software and save those MIDI. Not a bad idea. I think canned grooves are just a means to an end. I don't think I've ever really used them without modifying them. So I don't like to fixate too much on them, because I always end up hearing stuff like that and being like, well, that should have something like this. And just be way cooler. And this is like essentially the format that I'll send songs to my bands in. So like with Old Man Wizard, we'll just have a demo like this with some singing over it, and then decide in rehearsal like what needs to be changed. Usually like with fully fleshed out with a whole arrangement, lyrics, vocal harmonies, drum fills and everything. And it's just a matter of like making it feel like it's a band playing it instead of like I made it on a live stream like what we're hearing right now. Dang. Thanks for watching, everyone. We're at like 10 concurrent viewers or something. Holy shit. Invite your friends. Let's make this a party. We need another riff after this. Okay, let's just go for it. Oops. No, that's the wrong one. I don't know all my buttons yet. That's the pre-roll button. There's a riff. Take one. Guitar 2. So just to see if the riff works, I like to play it through the whole arrangement, come up with stuff that each instrument would do. and see how it feels in context before deciding if it's a good or a bad idea. This one's gonna, I want to have guitars do different things here. Maybe not quite that. And that's going to loop back into the other riff because I've decided that. Ugh. All these cables everywhere that are just not doing what I want them to be doing. I guess I need a bass guitar. Oh, I already told you the bass guitar is messed up. Oh god, it's heavy too. Where are you, bass guitar? I also think that I want a drum beat to play along with here. We'll just keep using this one for now. I want to change that in a second, but just for the sake of making playing easier. It's not on? Oh, I guess the bass guitars aren't armed. Give the bass like a really cool part like that. Okay, and then now's the part where we start finding out if it works. What does a keyboard player play in a part of a song like this? Same shit as. Sort of like a King Crimson-y part, I guess. And then what is the a synthy part? Would that be cool? Oh man, I got a bunch of chat to catch up on. What do you got here for me? Couple. Oh, okay, that's the drum grooves. And yeah, Martin, that's awesome. How's that working out for you? Is that turning out cool? Working out demos, demo to emulate a song and work through the rest of it later. And then Jotun, is it Jotun or Jotun? I don't know how to say that word. It's the I think it means giant in like a language from Northern Europe or something. Jotun 725 says, Francis, what are your thoughts on fuzzed out bass? Love it. Maybe we can do some. Slap a fuzz pedal on there and see what happens. But yeah, whatever, cool enough. Now we get to find out if it all works together. Yeah, cool. Oh yeah, I was gonna make another drum part for it, huh? let's do that. Let's make a drum part first, and then we'll just actually judge it. And for the drum part, I'm going to do the same thing. Just take something else from the same land of stuff. Something like this one. And I'm just going to stretch it. Blah, blah. Oh, I forgot to do that too. Okay. So then this thing here, again, is 8. I think it's like the whole length of this, half of it. Getting busy over here. Going back to like a verse thing. Working out well, that's good to hear. And the keys are super dope. Thanks a lot. My favorite little toys over here. And Imaginary Doom Band. This is like essentially like a one keyboard band. All this stuff is doable with practice with one person. Like, I guess it would probably end up looking kind of like what is that? It's all very doable with one person. I just don't. I don't think in keyboard, so I can only like write one hand's part at a time. And if I end up having to perform something, it's a different story. I'll just like wipe my mind and practice it, figure out the best way to do it. And sometimes it involves like fudging a few things or like. Oh, it's not on. The little like pitch wheel stuff and mod wheel stuff is kind of a pain. You can do that with your foot. You can like there's like CV outs and ins on the back of these things, and you can like use a foot pedal to control the vibrato and stuff. I just assume people at shows don't notice, so I don't go into too much detail. I just try to recreate it. When there's something complicated, it's just like get a better keyboard player than me to play it. And yeah, piano playing, hooray. I was actually thinking of putting some other instruments in here. But this is actually a pretty full sounding arrangement at this point. So I'm not sure how much space I've got. I was thinking of also just putting some sauce on the mix bus. Stuff like this is like resource intensive, but sounds pretty good. This song is cool. I feel like with the right singer on it, it would be awesome. We're going to do an unboxing video. I'm sure this is the last thing everyone was expecting. It is sick. Dungeon Troll. This is a really cool album. I remember buying this one on of my live streams. Look at this tape. It's like a blue. I guess I should... Let's make the camera bigger. Or maybe this one's better. Oh, God. There it is. There's the tape, and here's the can't see it very well. And there's a pretty cool J card in here too, actually. Yeah, this is awesome. Fantasy synth from the land of Uzor. Uzor. I don't know how to say that word. Really cool art. Look at the line work on that. Let me just change cameras again. I don't know if you can see that very well. It's not very well lit. Yeah, this is actually one of the ones that I liked a lot on the stream. Usually I'll just buy like a digital, but this one I wanted to buy the tape for. I've been saving it like for a few days. I almost opened it like I think I got it on I think I got it on like Friday, and I was gonna open it. I was like, I should do this on stream, and I forgot to do it on my stream on Saturday. So I've been looking forward to opening that all week. This is like the best intermission. I also brought this into the room because I thought these are popular on YouTube, right? Let's give it a vocal track. This is like not what I wanted. Okay. And if you want to hear how pop music is produced, we can auto tune this and add some reverb to it and some delay and get it all in tune. What key are we in? Sort of like E minor. Let's just throw like an automatic. Let's do waves. What is it? Waves tune. I think I have on here. I don't know. All the auto tune things feel the same to me. Let's just do this one. Set it to automatically look for E. Let's do E minor. I guess it's sort of closer to Phrygian. Okay. And delightful. That's all we ever wanted. Automaton. These are called automatons, by the way. Anyway, I had this in a drawer and was thinking about it and decided it was time to get it out. I hope it doesn't make appearances on streams too much. I'm just going to delete that. Thanks for watching. I'll come up with something to do with it, but I don't think now is the time for that. Let's see. I think this needs to be better. I also think that we need like another part. I was thinking some type of like a clean guitar section would be cool for a song like this. Yeah, we got some time. Let's do it. I was briefly considering acoustic guitar, but that's too much setup. I would need to set up a microphone for that. So we're doing the ultimate in lazy clean guitar setup, which is just turning the volume knob down, which is what I always do. This is like, feels like a cop-out because I do it so much, but I'm going to keep doing it until someone more popular than me starts doing parts like this. Not quite. It's just something else. Similar. Can we do a short clean part like that? Is that against the rules? Maybe like just. It's kind of cool. Yeah, you know what? Let's just loop that and just whatever, lean into it. This will be a guitar solo section. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make this cool. Guitar 2 is also gonna be kind of cleanish, maybe. Maybe not clean. Let's just go for it. Let's see what happens. Make some magic happen. You know, I'm not sure. It sounds all right here. It's a kind of an approach. It's an approach. Yeah, it's an approach of some kind. And Jotun says, I always enjoy parts like that in your stuff. He's playing for Old Man Wizard or just messing about. I am just messing around. My like projects that are named projects, things like Old Man Wizard or King Gorm or stuff that I'll Astral College, things that I'll release under names that are not just Francis Roberts are the result of me ending up with enough like stuff like this that builds up and feels like it belongs on an album together that doesn't match what people expect from one of my existing named projects. This doesn't sound like Old Man Wizard. It sounds like Old Man Wizard in some ways because I wrote the music, and it, you know, if the same person writes the music, there's bound to be similarities. But it's like too thick sounding or something. The keywords are too prominent. There's two guitars. Old Man Wizard's sort of MO is like sort of brittle sounding parts, very, very focused on a guitar, a bass guitar, a drum kit, and vocal harmonies. So it's very vocal forward. It's a singing band. It's a vocal band. I think of Old Man Wizard as being more like the Beatles or the Beach Boys. I guess it sounds weird because we sound nothing like them, but I think of it as like a vocal group where everything is very secondary to the vocals. And this, what I'm doing here, is very instruments first, which is a little bit closer to something like King Gorm. But I've actually been playing around with the idea of doing an album that's very like ambient, like take your time, doom riffs and dungeon synth like sounds like a Dungeons and Doom riffs, something like that, where it's not for any of my projects and just like an album, sort of like I guess I did the album Story from Another Time, where it's very much just like a psychedelic, like what the fuck kind of a thing, where it's like 2 18-minute tracks and let's see where it goes. I was thinking of doing something like that, but heavy. So like with a lot more percussion, drums, electric guitar riffs instead of acoustic guitar. And that's an album that'll probably take a long time. And we'll take a different approach than this. But I'm playing around right here, essentially with orchestration ideas. So the idea is that I'm seeing what kind of stuff sounds the way I want. And the plan is to eventually do something that's like this, but with like orchestra behind it as well. More layers of mellotron, stuff like that. So that's essentially what's going on. But it's likely this won't end up anywhere. If anyone on the stream hears this and it's like, I want to rap over it, I would love to hear that. Sing over it, anything like that. If you want the tracks to practice mixing, I can put that together for you. So I don't think this is going to go into an album in its current state at all. So it's probably just going to be like some ideas that stick with me and some that go away. I don't like that lead part. Let's just try again. And if I stick around on this lead part too long, I'm going to switch and try on keyboards. Nope, not quite. Let me just figure out what these chords are. I'm hearing that as a C. I'm actually going to make chord markings for myself. That's like a... feels like an E minor. I'm going to call it that, even though it's not. This feels like a C again. Kind of a weird progression, actually, now that I'm thinking of it. Okay, and that repeats. That's the problem I'm having, is that it's a weird progression. Try again. Oh, the chord changes, yeah. That's what's happening, is the chord changes on a different beat than I expected it to. I'm actually going to not do that, because that's going to take a while to come up with something. It's a little bit harder to write melodies over weird phrase lengths and harmonic rhythms, and I don't think a stream's a good place for it. It takes me a little bit longer, and it's not entertaining to watch, I promise. I don't know. Something like that's okay. I'm going to give the keyboards a chance before I call the problem solved. Something that I think is really, really important and not talked about enough is that creativity is problem solving And nothing else. That's all it is. Just problem solving. And it's solving fictional problems in most situations. When we think of creativity, we think of artists and musicians and a bunch of stuff that is stuff that can be creative. But it is not always creative. And I think it's really important to recognize that the hard part about being creative is coming up with problems that don't exist. This isn't a problem. I don't need to make this part of the song. I just decided I would do it, and I gave myself a new problem to solve. And I could say that it's solved because I've done something that works, but instead of doing that, I'm going to mute this track and try out something else just to see if I can make the problem more complicated. And that's how you write music. You just come up with problems that you feel like solving and solve them however you want, as many ways as you can, and pick your favorite solution. So I think that's all really kind of a cool thing. Doesn't get talked about a lot. I like the Mellotron a lot more, just right off the bat. The loop doesn't work at all, but okay, next step is seeing if that makes that lead part that I didn't like that much sound cooler. And Dan, what's up? Good to see you in here. And man, that's exactly why rhyming is good for lyric writing. The problem is you have to find the next line. And that's why you end up with better lyrics if you have harder rhymes. You just hit the nail on the head right there, Dan. Someone was asking on Twitter earlier, like for a rhyme for something that was just really unpleasant to rhyme. And it got my brain going. It was just like, hey, this is fun. We're going to come up with rhymes for, I don't know what it was, like mugwort or something like that. Just some weird phrase or word. And it was just so fun for me to come up with like solutions to this problem that wasn't even my problem. And that type of stuff really like makes me think about the way creativity functions. Okay, and Martin, granted, you're probably not going to be very good, at least to you. Yeah, absolutely. I think that coming back up to Martin's comments there, you get better at making stuff on the spot. And you end up, almost nothing is going to be as good to you as it is to other people. I was telling someone earlier today, I'm in this like Facebook group about like marketing music and stuff like that. Like how do you, like which app do you use to distribute to Spotify, stuff like that. Just, like a sort of boring back end kind of a music group on Facebook for musicians to help each other out. And I was thinking about it. It's like most of the people in the world, like the vast overwhelming majority of the people in the world that like your music, or I should say that would like your music were they to hear it, will never hear your music, no matter how much you promote it. Even if you're like the most famous artist in the world, there's like at a certain point you hit critical mass where almost everyone has heard it. Like, when you're at the level of say the Beatles, Michael Jackson, these people that are like household names. But if you're almost anyone else, most of the people that would like your music will never hear it because it's just, you can't get it to them. There's no good way of like, unless you're like a mega superstar, to get your music marketed properly in every country in the world, every city in every state. Like how often do you find a band and you're like, oh my God, holy shit, this is so good. And you find out they've been around for like 15 years and somehow you never heard them. It's like most people will never hear your music, so you can't over promote. Just if you think something's okay, someone else is going to love it. If you think something's really good, someone else is going to say it's their favorite song. God, I lost track of time. I was gonna go till 9:30. I gotta do some more stuff tonight. After the stream. So, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play this from the beginning, and we're just gonna listen to what I came up with so far. And maybe someone will be inspired to send me an idea. I want to get those transients down a little bit in that part. It's kind of loud. And maybe I'll come back to this on another stream. We could do a part 2 on Saturday or something, because I'm having fun with this song. I'm not sure yet if it's going to turn into anything that I want to use, but it might. Pieces of it are definitely cool. But anyway, let's just give it a quick listen, and I'm going to mute my mic. Let me know what you think in the chat, and I'll jump in and answer some questions and respond to everything else before I log off. But this is going to be pretty much it for tonight, I think. All right, that's what we got. Cool. I think it sounds honestly pretty solid so far. Relatively happy with the results. I never know what to expect out of these streams. Sometimes I end up with something that's just like, I hate everything. This isn't working at all. And sometimes I end up with something like this where it's like, I thought that sounded pretty good. Sometimes I surprise myself. Anyway, let me just check out what I got in the chat. Rhyming is where I left off, and yeah, every time you open for a touring act, I never heard of this band. Yeah, or when you like tour with someone and like you play with incredible opening acts like every night, and it's just like every single night you're like, holy shit, how have I never heard of this band? Holy shit, how have I never heard of this band? And then one night you're like playing in like some random place and you get this like completely inappropriate opener where it's like they have nothing to do with the genre, terrible choice. Like they're good, but it's like I feel bad for these guys because no one is here to see them, no one cares, or even worse, no one is here to see us because the promoter picked the popular opener instead of the opener that would bring an appropriate crowd. Right. And then what do we got here? Dan, add a flute counter melody meme. We should do that. I don't know how to make memes in YouTube channels or chats, but yeah, let's start making memes. Let's do it. Let's figure it out. Join the Discord. There's a counter melody on the Discord. I don't know. Let's turn it into one. Hey, Nicolay, you caught the tail end of the stream. And that was essentially what I ended up with for the whole stream. So I'm glad you got here before I closed it off and you got to hear definitely some Black Sabbath vibes. It's like Black Sabbath with it's got some like a little bit of King Crimson in the Mellotron, and I think there was a mention earlier of Slayer. I think it was Camilo mentioned that it was sounding a little bit like what is it? This riff here. Sort of like a Slayer riff, which is totally like 100% accurate. Slow Slayer. Well, Slayer and Black Sabbath actually like the power of the rhythm section, right? You take any Slayer riff and put Black Sabbath rhythm section behind it, slow it down a few BPM, and you've got like something that might work as Black Sabbath in a lot of ways. Anyway, is nice. Thank you, Martin. I am done. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I really appreciate everyone showing up. Bug me in the comments more if you have more questions. And like I keep saying, I am doing these on weekends now as well in the afternoon. Trying it for a while. Might not stick with it. Might continue doing it. Right now, Saturdays at 1 p.m. I'm going to be trying for a little bit. And let's just see what happens. If enough people are showing up on the Saturdays, I'll keep doing them. If not, I'll just stick to the Tuesdays. I'm pretty happy doing it once a week, and it gives me more time to make the actual videos, of which I've got a really exciting series that I want to make. I'm very I'm procrastinating is what I'm doing. I've got an idea that I'm excited about that I'm procrastinating on as long as I can. 2 ideas actually. They're both cool, and I'll have to get started at some point. So this weekend's as good a time as any. Anyway, didn't even eat your pizza. And Nicolay, oh yeah. I try to leave these streams up. I see some people take their streams down after they do them, and it's like, I don't know. I don't like the exclusivity. I say just come watch it whenever you've got time. And you're making me want pizza, Martin. Maybe I'll have some pizza tonight. I already had dinner, but dinner times 2. Always better. Anyway, thanks a lot for tuning in. That's all I got for you.